had shit go wrong yesterday. Then I wake up and try to be fucking positive, despite, you know, being fucking homeless. Pack this lunch and get all the way over here to do a workout, and I don't have any nicotine. It's like, why do I fucking try? Why? I mean, it's literally enough that it just feels so fucking hopeless. I've lost everything, you know? It's like, what's the point? What is the point?
What is the point, Brooke? That's what I ask every fucking day. What's the point?
And once again, every time I come in contact with people, I'm continuously disappointed. It's the same people.
Stop going around people, then. I don't know. We live in the woods.
It sucks.
Head cousins.
It sucks.
Why do you want to be around people anyways? Fuck people, man. Honestly, fuck people. Like, just do your own thing, bro.
I can't be the only person on Earth that has the proper intentions for being on Earth. You know what I mean? It feels that way a lot.
It's just so fucking delusional, bro. She's singing. 25 things went wrong. I missed 25 things go wrong in 5 minutes that she was live. That's crazy. It's a lot of stuff. Oh, look, by the way, I think I fixed... I gotta check, actually, on the other phones. Let me see if I fixed this fucking shit. The,
I've never cheated on someone.
aspect ratio.
I've
I don't
never
give a
told a
fuck if
lie
you
on
cheat on someone.
someone.
Why are you even bringing that up?
Especially not a lie
Who
that can
fucking
interfere
cares?
with their career.
Yeah, that's my big
children,
concern with
life.
proof that she cheated on somebody.
I've never stolen from someone. I've never told somebody else's business to someone else, not once. I've never straddled the fence with friends and played the fence, acted like I liked you and then didn't. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I don't,
Why would you
I won't
switch
even
my
speak.
headphones? Oh my god, no. Fuck off. There we go.
I'm able
Jesus, I'm not in the mood for that.
to empathize with people and
I think
show
I figured out how to like
compassion
not be
for my
super
friends
angry all the time.
and
Just
people
like, listen to music.
that they've never been able to show for
Not
me.
with my fucking headphone switch though.
Anytime they have a problem, I have to be their rock. But when I need a rock, I'm on the streets. It makes you not want to deal with people
Just
at all.
like the wide window.
And no matter where I've been in the past almost 3 years now of being homeless,
Yeah, my headphones are evil.
I genuinely run
Alright, I
into
shouldn't
carbon
listen to
copies
this.
over and over and over.
Did you get in a fight with the kitchen? I don't know.
I really do. I'm not joking. I can read people from a mile away. I know what their intentions are. I know what their motives are. I always know what they're up to before they even know, you know, who I am. I can read a room.
Psychic like that.
I read people. That's why I stay away from them. I see things for what they are. I'm a realist.
I don't know why she's so mad. I just came on and she was like this. We can go back. Oh, give me a second though. Before I lose this clipboard thing. Come on. Yeah.
I think it's gonna rain.
Okay, maybe I'll do that later, actually. I don't have,
And I don't have my bike because I was gonna work out. And now I can't because I don't have my nicotine patch. I just can't win. Do you know how long it took me to even get over here? I've been up since 5:30 working on getting over here with my lunch to film gym stuff. And it's been almost 6 hours. And everything just blew up. I can't do nothing because I don't have the nicotine patch. And I don't have a way to go get one now. It is what it is. Story of my life. You know.
Well, I'm on day 3 of no actual, like, real weed.
Part
So
of the reason
shut
that
the
I stay away
fuck up,
from
get
people
over
is
it,
because I
move
make it
on.
very clear that I have ADHD, and
I have ADHD.
when you have ADHD and people are rushing you, you will forget things. Sometimes I think people do this intentionally to try to harm me, to fuck up my day. I really do. You know, and it's crazy because I'm the opposite. If you and I were rushing out the house, and I could tell that you are stressed, I would ask you if you needed help. Hey, do you want me to carry your drink? Hey, can I grab your bag? Like, what do you need me to help you do? But that's because I'm an empath. That's because I'm compassionate, I'm understanding, I'm accommodating. But narcissists are not. Quite the opposite. They will rush you intentionally to start an argument when they know you're already under extreme pressure to try and fuck up your day. That's what narcissists do. That's what they thrive on. They thrive on your energy, your reaction, okay? Someone with ADHD, you're gonna be more susceptible to running into a narcissist because of that small mood imbalance, mental health problem. A narcissist will use that against you to try to harm you. And eating disorders too, girl, let me tell you, eating disorders too. If you even have a hint of an eating disorder, a narcissist will take that and turn it against you. They love to have control over how you look, you know, because that just like completes the full circle. They physically have control over you, and then they have mental control and spiritual and emotional control. Why not have physical control? It's a full circle moment, you know? It's crazy.
It's crazy. I gotta smoke a bowl so I can come up with some creative fucking stupid thumbnail.
Everybody wants to fucking rush me.
And get rid of this thing at the bottom from yesterday.
2 years, you know? While I was going through that court case, everybody wanted me to give answers that I did not have at the time. And it's like, dude, these things take time. It's like the internet wants to rush you through all of this stuff. It's ridiculous. It's not fair. It's wrong.
That's exactly how, like, the court shit went.
Content creation that they don't talk about, that they don't tell you about.
Pretty easy. Like, you went in and you screamed at Planet Fitness people and you got kicked out.
People just want more and more, and it's like, dude,
you wanted to fight them.
You've literally ruined my life. Why would I want to give you anything else? Why? And I already said 2 weeks ago, like, I'm done trying to help people or care. That's why I ain't been doing news. I don't care. I hope the world burns. I hope people get a taste of their own fucking medicine. I do. Psychologically speaking, it'd probably be good for them. You know? Send them back to a place of rationale, humility. People are so just worried about the wrong shit. So worried about the wrong shit. I thought COVID really was gonna, like, bring people closer together and, like, you know, not, you know what I mean, bring the important shit back. And for a minute there, it did feel like things would get better, but it still hasn't. And matter of fact, people just get worse and worse. I'm disgusted with the types of humans that God put here for us, you know?
The butterflies and the forest creatures rush her.
Everybody can't be the same.
They're like, get the fuck out of the forest, bro. She was like, my nicotine patches. The forest was like, we'll keep these.
Dude, I don't know what all I forgot. I've been to 4 fucking places this morning trying to get all of this shit together. I don't know where anything is, and it just stresses me out. It's not fair. Like, I worked my ass off. I found a job. I looked for jobs, you know? I didn't deserve any of this. People are evil. I didn't deserve any of this, and I'm not gonna stop. I got a new channel coming out next week, so pay attention. I'm not gonna stop.
The workout channel?
Quite the opposite. I'm gonna slow it the fuck down. I'm gonna start taking more time for me.
Thank God.
I'm gonna better focus on meeting my basic needs, because for 3 years my basic needs have not even fucking been met.
That's all she worries about is her basic needs. I want to smoke, but she keeps saying crazy shit.
Do what the fuck I want.
Really wish my fucking headphones. There, I'll just put it on my other phone. I'll be back. I'll be back. What am I doing? What am I doing in life?
You know, I'll tell you one thing. If people put in 1/4 the energy apologizing to me rather than trying to cover up their lies and dirt, they might not actually burn in hell, you know? If you actually, and you're supposed to. Anybody you've ever done wrong, you're supposed to go to and make amends with. I just find it humorous that people will literally be trying to change the storyline of something rather than trying to make amends towards the person they hurt. Ain't that crazy? They care more about the legacy they leave behind or what they were known for rather than doing right over the wrongs they had done. Stay away from people like that. They're dangerous. It's crazy. It's like people care more about how they look to society than actually being a good person. You know what I mean? It's like, how do I look to the neighborhood? Not let me go actually be a good husband or be a good wife. You know, how does it look to the neighborhood? It's crazy. Yeah, people like that care about other people's input, they're scary to me because they're the type of people that are easily manipulated because they care about what other people think. So they're willing to lie. They're willing to play the fence. They're willing to be two-faced and more.
I swear she's just talking about herself. Like, she's just grabbing herself. She rewrites her own history. We know this because she'll switch it from her original story. So obviously, two things can't be true at once to make herself look better. She turns the fucking I stabbed 2 women and knocked their teeth in with brass knuckles to it was just a fist fight, guys. It was just a fist fight. You know what I'm saying? She's just talking about herself here.
More often than not, they are because they're fake. That's fake. To care what people think is fake. How can I say this? To care more about what people think about you and their perspective of you. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. You don't even, like I said yesterday in that post, you don't even know if them people are good people. Why do you care? For all you know, your neighbors are damn swingers that do cocaine on the weekends. Why do you care what they think about the color of your house or the color of your car or the size of your wife? Do you see what I'm saying? You don't know those people. Regardless if it's the neighbors or some coworkers or whoever, you don't know if them people are good people, so you don't even know if you should value their opinion. We don't value everyone's opinion, especially bad people that do grimy shit, okay? We don't value their opinion. We don't need to value their opinion.
I don't
they're a waste
value
of
it.
human life.
I'd be interested in it.
They had a choice and they chose to use their life to commit evil acts.
You know how bad people's
they're
brains
irrelevant,
tick
you know?
when I run into one? I can stay the fuck away from him kind of thing.
Yeah. My mother was like that. She cared what everybody thought. Way too much. To the point that she would lie. It's like, girl, what are you doing? It's not that serious, Mom. No, nobody cares if you baked that pie or if you didn't. Nobody cares. No, but for real, she would lie about all kinds of stuff. She'd lie to anybody. She did not care. As long as it kept her secrets or the family's secrets, she was willing to do it. And I do not understand that. First of all, if it was me and somebody come up being inquisitive about something, I would tell that person to mind their business. I'm sorry, who are you? Like, girl, if you don't get out of here. My mom wasn't like that, though. She was nice to the neighbors. Mean to the kids, nice to the neighbors and everybody else. Ain't that crazy?
It's not that crazy.
I'm so mad about my nicotine patch, y'all. I'm gonna look in here and
She's
just
hitting the
maybe,
vape.
by the
Like,
grace of God.
why is the nicotine from the vape not doing it?
No, because I had to wash this book bag last night.
Why are you? I've
And it
never
was
washed a
yesterday
backpack.
afternoon.
I mean, I guess I've
I
never
did
gotten
a
my
total of
backpack into
16
anything so
miles
crazy I
yesterday
need to
on that
wash it.
bike. Oh God, I got somebody walking down here. All right, let's get up and go, because I don't, hell no. Where's my knife? There it is.
We're at home. This is home. She's at the bridge with the. This is the fucking forest, Brooke. She's supposed to live right there. Whoops. I didn't realize we're at the bridge. I thought we were in town. Where? Okay, so she's at Randy's. She's obviously at fucking Randy's.
Over here, how weird is that? Extremely. Oh, it's that same fucking kid, man. I swear to God, this is like the third time this little punk's done followed me around town.
Is a kid following her now? It would be the first I've heard of a kid following her. That guy?
Looks like he's been on a fucking crack binge all day. Yo,
Maybe he's just going through shit, man. Maybe he just wants to go walk around, clear his head. He keeps running into
earlier
you.
in the week,
Crazy
I done
woman.
seen him about 3 or 4 times. He came over to the park once. I was at the park, and he come down into the woods. Like, hey, like, he's one of those weirdos that's looking for an interaction. You can tell that he's just walking around. He'll see me, and then he's like, oh, let me go down there and try to talk to her. Say hey today. Let's see if she'll say hey back. It's weird. It's like, no, sir.
There are
That's
people
how you
like
go
that,
missing in a river.
James
Don't
used to do
speak
that
to
shit
me.
with women. He would
Don't
tell us
fucking
about
know
it, his
you.
plan. He'd be like, you know, today
And
I just
people
looked at
around
her
here know I'm
tomorrow.
homeless,
I'm gonna
and they know to leave me
try to
alone.
say hi. The next day,
I always
maybe
get
we'll
one of
have
these
a
little single
conversation.
boys that live at home with mom and daddy over there, being creepy. It's like, damn, dude. Can I just not mind my business? No.
Where's the
That's
bike?
literally the first person we've ever seen walk in this town. Oh, the little old lady, the little sweet old lady that walks to the laundromat. Never mind. It's the second person we've seen walk in this town. I'm wondering if I want to try to eat some of that lunch. I probably need to. My head hurts
So
from
she
this
just
date.
she just get dropped off at fake home, and I was like, I won't need the bike today. And now she doesn't have like everything she needs because she was rushed or whatever. Like, go into the woods. They're right there. Why don't we have the bike?
Because I need a nicotine patch, because I've been on my nicotine patches and I've been doing really good. Didn't even smoke yesterday. Barely smoked the day before. And then my circumstances being on the street leads me to not even be able to have my nicotine patches.
Look, we're by the bricks again. This is the old underwear factory.
So of course, this is how it goes. People are like, I thought you quit smoking. Not, oh, are you okay? Have you had food today? You know, how long are you gonna be on the
face down
streets? You know,
on
have you been
concrete on an
raped
angle.
out here yet? Have you had anybody try to mug you yet? Are you scared when you have to sleep on cement? Are you scared when you got to sleep with the bugs? None of that. That's why the comments are off. Because you start to realize
Does she like
you
the
ain't got
really
no fucking
foliage?
friends. And as I've said from the start, the internet is fucking fake. Them is not your friends, honey. People don't give a fuck. More often than not, from what I've noticed in the past 3 years of being homeless, people and everything that one would need to make a person still choose to be bitter pieces of shit and bully other people. Ain't it crazy? And then people come over here and want to hate me because some days I come here and I try to make the best of the situation so that I'm not on here just angry and upset like today, okay? Want to say, oh, it
I don't think
looks like
that's
you
why
got it
people have a
good.
problem with it. It'd be crazy if that was what people had an issue with.
I'm just over it. I don't need anybody fucking into it.
Oh, what the fuck is this about?
I've been doing this shit from the start by myself. And that's all I got is myself. That's all I've ever had is myself.
It's
I got a
yelling at
cheeseburger
me.
bowl. It looks like it's got
Hold on. Why is it yelling at me? It's saying... you need to change the video resolution. The current resolution... That's not even the resolution I'm using. It's not supported. The expected resolution is 1920 by 1080. The whole reason I switched it is because 1920 by 1080 cuts off like a huge portion of the fucking screen. Are you kidding me? Why? Why? So I gotta... I think I can keep the stream going. It's just gonna like glitch for a second. I have to stop the stream, fix the output settings, and then I should be able to start it up again. But if it fucks up, I'll just restart the stream. I don't know why it's doing that to me. That's really annoying. Okay, hold on, guys. Oh, hold me now. Do. Okay, am I back? Are you with me? Are you with me still? Are you with me still? I don't know if you guys are. Hello? Give a oopsies. Oh, I broke my other thing. Put a 1 in chat. Okay, thumbs up are good too. 1 or thumbs up. We with you? Okay, good. Alright, well, we're back to this stupid ass format. I guess I gotta I don't know. I'll figure it out. All that work I did last night, I was like, I don't know. It took me a while. It's not the same resolution as the fucking screen. It doesn't matter. I can't get into aspect resolutions right now. We're gonna get way behind.
Got shaken to... I'm not hungry. People just have to go and fuck up my mood. This is why my phone stays off. This is why it's on silent all the time. This is why I ignore everybody. If you've tried to get in touch with me in the past 2 weeks, you're probably never gonna hear from me again. I have nothing for you. I'm done with everybody and everything. You know, everybody wants to act like I was exaggerating when I said I was going to lose my truck, and look what happened. Look what happened. Oh, but since that false arrest was in October of last year, and I was able to somehow manage to scrape together $3,000 a month to live out of my truck, even though YouTube only paid me $400 a month, even though I managed to do that for almost 9 months until those charges were dismissed, and every month I would complain, like, you guys, YouTube doesn't pay very well, I don't know what I'm going to do, all of the time, which, by the way, I was looking for work, and you guys were going with me, all of that's recorded. That's another reason those comments are off, because I'm not going to listen to the fucking gaslighting. Half of you motherfuckers would never put in 1/8 of the effort that I did looking for a job, and when I found a job, what happened? The internet trolls called and got me fired. Did I ever release where I was working? No. Did I ever tell anyone where I was working? No. And somehow, they still found my employer, went and bombarded the Google reviews with false reviews about me, also called my employer, told them a bunch of lies about me, and got me fired. Remember that? Because I do, and all of that was recorded on this channel as well. That's another reason the comments are off. Like, I'm sick of it. I looked for work for 2 years, and for those 2 years, I recorded my struggle every single day looking for work. That's what this channel was. Well, it was also the Talk It Too and other stuff. But not only were we working a full-time job through YouTube, but we were also looking for work full-time. We're talking 60 hours a week. Your girl was damn looking for work, okay? So it's crazy how all of that's recorded, and people will still come here telling me that I'm lying about looking for work. Well, it doesn't matter, because things got so bad from all of the lies from the trolls that I now don't have a car. So congratulations. I hope you guys are happy with yourselves. So you call me a bum and say that I don't want to work a job when we're going through a job crisis and there are no jobs in the market. I spent 2 years, spent thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on gas going from Florida to Georgia to South Carolina, looking for work, doing in-person interviews. There were times that I would do 5 to 7 interviews in a day. Do you understand how difficult that is? Not to mention how expensive. All of which is recorded. Then I finally found a job years in after struggling, stressing, crying, blood, sweat, and tears, just wanting a job. Then I finally found one, and the internet gets me fired. And my own followers, some of which are so ignorant, they fall for it. Y'all fell for it.
I don't know what you guys wanted the bold.
Y'all believe the lies over the person you claim to care about. And you fell right into their trap. And now look, no car, no home, no nothing. No nothing.
Did she sell the bike for meth?
And I'm sorry. Where's the person that I've been mean to?
Nah, she didn't do meth.
I'll wait. No. Where's one singular person that I ever came here and started to be mean to? One person I've bullied. One person that I've spoke down to. One person that I intentionally was trying to antagonize. I'm curious. Where's that one person? I'll wait. But the fact is you'll never be able to find that person because I've never started shit on this channel. Y'all have. I just finish it every day. Every single day.
I'll do a Tony stream
tonight. Not once have I come here and been mean to anyone. Not once.
I think there's enough for Tony tonight.
I can hear somebody in the back going, but you talk about the LGBT all the time, bitch. Nobody cares about your feelings. See, that's what I'm saying. This is grown folks' space. If you can't handle that and you can't handle big girl words, then you don't need to be here. That's another reason the comments are off. I don't need everybody in this space. See, that's the difference between me and most content creators. I understand that there's different levels to this shit, and there's different social classes when it comes to these platforms on the people that you have that subscribe to your channel.
New channel coming out. How fast do you think your channel will grow?
YouTube threw me into an algorithm with people I don't care to be around. A bunch of perverts, a bunch of people that probably need to be behind bars. Yeah. I don't really care for it.
Maybe I'll start a new channel. That's just me playing guitar with Brooke working out in the corner.
It was going to be like this place that I could explore and discover things and have people on that actually knew things. And you know, there's been times where I had 1,000 people in the video, in the live feed, and I would ask a simple question about, I don't know, remember that time about the battery where I was playing stupid just to see who would tell me about the battery? I'm like, oh God, is it gonna shock me? I was playing stupid. It was unloaded, like the negative and the positive was off. And not one person in the comment section could tell me whether or not it was safe to pick that battery up. Do you remember that? Because I do. And it was a pivotal moment for me.
She did like a social experiment on her viewers. Okay, I can't stop her.
I mean, to have almost 500 people in the chat, not one of them knows if the battery's gonna shock me or not, and it's already unplugged, the positive and the negative was off. Am I that dumb?
Will my audience kill me today? Let's find out. What?
No, maybe people were scared to say. I don't know. I just know if it was somebody I was following and they were asking a genuine question and it was something severe, like they could literally fucking die, I would try to help them. You know, that's the difference between me and modern society, though. Anyone I can help, I'm always willing to fucking help. And remember when I was at the laundromat 2 weeks ago and I was helping that little old lady with her laundry and I said, you guys, I'll be right back. This woman has a car full of laundry and she's like walking with a cane, right? And then in the video, you can actually see her feet and the cane. So I run out to her car, I grab her laundry basket, I come back in and I said, is that all? And she said, there's another bag in the back if you don't mind. And I said, absolutely. So I go out there, I get this other bag. There was also some laundry detergent that was like rolling around on the floor. And since I was down there, I said, do you want me to get this laundry detergent? She's like, yeah. I figured she needed it because she was washing clothes. And so I carry all of this in and I come back to my comment section. And the chat is saying that I went to go do drugs. They were saying that I went to go do meth, that I went to go take a hit of meth.
All right, we're caught up now. Back to the live. Fuck me for trying to make the aspect ratio.
I mean, do people hate
sense?
themselves that bad? Is it that bad? Because I'm over here on some touched by an angel shit, and people are just genuinely, it's either self-loathing or ignorance. There's no in between. And it's probably a combination of both, Brooke. I genuinely don't understand. You know, not once on this channel have I ever went into a situation where I'm going in hot to cause a damn problem. Never have I ever. Now, I have had people bait me into situations to try to cause a problem so that I can look bad on camera. You know, like Julie from the courthouse. So let me tell you a story. I went to Charleston, South Carolina back when I was a performer, and you have to get a license. And so I roll into this my employer's office, and he's like, you got to go get a license through the county. You need to go to the clerk of court. You're going to have to pay money. So I'm like, all right, I'll do that. So I go down to the clerk of court. I talk to Julie. Can't forget her. Talk to Julie at the courthouse, clerk of court, and I'm explaining to her that I need this license. Well, wouldn't you think that somebody's been working, you know, as the clerk of court for 30 years that they would know how to do their job? I don't know, man. So she didn't know how to do her job because she gave me a panhandling license.
Damn it, now, Judy.
I don't know about you,
was that
but I think that there's a huge difference in the terminology of panhandler's license and exotic dancing license. But, you know, Julie could just be not...
Julie, not Judy. Okay, I don't have that clip offhand. I can't remember what stream it's on, but that did happen. It was funny. We've seen it before.
Firing on all cylinders, okay?
I don't know what a panhandling license is, but it was the wrong license.
What's this? Panhandling license? I said, I don't beg for money. I actually work for a living.
That's so ironic that she said that.
Panhandling license. Thank you. Messed my paperwork up, Julie. All of this is recorded, by the way. And Julie slides the paperwork back, and she's like, no, that's it. That's what you need. And I'm like, are you sure, Julie? Because this is a really important license, and it's Friday at 2 o'clock, and if I don't have this license, then I'm not going to be able to work this weekend, and then that's going to cause a lot of problems. And she's like, no, that's it. So I go into work. And I throw that license down on my boss's desk and I walk away. And an hour later, he comes storming out and he's like, what is this? He's like, I don't even know what the F this is. He's like, this is crazy. He's like, it doesn't look like this. And he has another license
This
and he
is
holds up a license and he's
crazy.
like, it looks like
This is
this.
crazy.
And
Brooke, you're
he
crazy.
was so cool about it. This was Cheetahs, I think, or Secrets, both of them.
Cheetos.
They were so cool about it, and they, you know, I like them and they like me. He actually told me not to worry about it. He was, you know what? Just don't worry about it. He was like, I guess after he knew that the city had checked my ID and all of that, he was just like, girl, you're an actual performer. We want to keep you. We ain't worried about the license if you ain't. Which is a huge ticket, but I would, you know, I did. I worked another like week without a license. Anyways, so at this point I'm mad. Even though my manager said that he doesn't need the license, I got to go back and talk to Julie because me and Julie got some shit to talk about now. Okay.
Our connections.
So I head back to the licensing agency, the clerk for. I had cameras rolling. You've probably seen that video. It's not my best work. All these colors that I show, sometimes it's genuinely not my fault. You know, and if you see half of that video of me in the courthouse, you wouldn't understand what's going on. You don't understand that I literally drove an hour over there, spent I don't remember how much money, had to pay for parking, which took an arm and a leg. If you're from a little place like this, you can roll up and park somewhere unless it's private property. Nobody probably gonna say nothing. Your biggest problem is gonna have the police rolling up on you. I'm from the country. It was a lot, okay? Country people going to the city, it's exhausting, okay? Country folks stay in the country for a reason. We tired. It's too much hustle and bustle going on around us. Is that a train? Is that a plane? Crashing into a building? We don't know. It sounds terrifying in the city if you're from the country, and it's a lot going on. And so I had went, and I was also in Charleston, which is crazy if you know the way they build roads and shit there is. Am I going to the right or the left? I don't know. It's wild. So it was a lot, and I was mad. And by the time I made it back to Julie was avoiding me, but then Julie finally come out, and she knew that she did that intentionally. It's crazy, you know, and that was what, probably about a year and a half ago. She did that intentionally. She gave me the wrong license so that I had to come back, so to simply inconvenience me. I know that it sounds crazy because you're a grown-ass man and you'd never behave that way. I know, honey. But I can assure you that some of these middle-aged women out here that have let themselves go and their depression is spiking and their anxiety, listen, all I know is I have so many women that do things like this, and I always have. And I've caught half a dozen of these instances on camera. How do you work as a clerk of court in a courthouse with a government job, with benefits, with dental, with 401? You probably got a nice husband that has a nice job, probably got kids. How do you, Miss Brilliant, Mama Bear, lovely wife, pillar of the community, how do you mess up a panhandler license and get it mixed up with, she never gave me the exotic dancing license. How do you mess that up? And you've been clerk, you know, working as the clerk of court for X amount of years. It's not even logical. The only logical explanation is that it was intentional. Just like when I called Rockingham Rockingham Judicial System, or whatever it is, courthouse, and that bitch told me in June. And I
why didn't you just look online? Why are you calling the fucking
and she's like,
court reporter?
See you then.
The court reporter said, see you there.
Absolutely intentional.
I don't know if she means the clerk. They could have misread it, or she could have misheard. A lot of things could happen. She should just look at the thing with her eyes.
People know who I am, and it's gotten to the point to where, especially in these smaller towns, that I run through, that they know exactly who I am.
The jiu-jitsu system.
You know, I still don't give a flip, but I'm just saying it definitely, people do more stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like the ladies at the bank. If you didn't hear, let me tell you. Which bank do I want to talk about? Which bank? Let's start with First Citizens. So I had moved into my car. I was working, and I would make cash deposits on Monday mornings, right, from over the weekend. So I would make cash deposits on Monday, and then for some reason, by Friday, that money would not clear. Well, throughout the week, I would have bills come out, and it was sending me into overdraft. First Citizens Bank did this to me in a 4-year period of time, over tens of thousands of dollars. They would hold my cash deposits, sometimes for 2 weeks. This is
Ours are out of there.
cash. It's supposed to clear like that day, okay? 24 hours, okay, I understand. 2 days, it was a holiday, shit happens, you know? But to hold a cash deposit for 8, 9, 10 days, it's very clear that they're trying to send the account into overdraft because they know that you have bills that are drafted out. My truck payment, my insurance, my storage shed, my cell phone, all of these things were some of the things that would be drafted out of my account, right? So I would make a cash deposit like on a Monday morning, and that money would not clear until maybe the middle of the following week. And, you know, I kept records of this, still have those records on cell phones and stuff, but I would go to the bank to try to figure it out, and they would bullshit me around, or I'd call First Citizens to try to figure it out, and they'd put me on hold so long that you have to hang up. They're literally giving you the runaround. Oh, let me transfer you somewhere else. Oh, that's not this department. Let me get you over here. And then they get you on the phone, and you're so annoyed by this whole process, just trying to get somebody on the phone. They're hoping that you get annoyed and set the phone down and just forget about it. And it was over 57 instances in 4 years that I have documented that they were doing this. And most of those instances, ironically, the majority was here at First Citizens in Madison. So I was like, these bitches are literally playing games, and they see me at this point. I'm living out of a car, and you're doing this to me, and you can see I'm living out of a car. You see that I'm struggling. Oh, I was working at the winery. And you see I'm struggling living out of a car, and you're holding my cash. It's crazy. I don't know why the banks are doing this nowadays.
So crazy,
This is a new scam that they've implemented. It's frustrating. So I go down there to have words and try to get some of my money back for one of the last instances, and it would have been like the 58th or 57th instance that they had done this. And I had the receipt, and it was over some Planet Fitness money. That's what it was. Remember that? So I had made a deposit, and then Planet Fitness said that they didn't get the money, but it showed that the bank had gave them the money. It showed Planet Fitness payment made, right, on my First Citizens app. So this money, this $40 that went to them, and I think it was 27 and some change, this almost 30 bucks, it just disappeared, right? Something happened, and more money got missing out of my account, and Planet Fitness cut my gym membership off, even though First Citizens had a receipt that they had paid Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness was still saying they never received the money. So it caused my gym membership to be cut off, even though I had a First Citizen receipt showing, still got it, that it was transferred to Planet Fitness. And I actually believe Planet Fitness on this situation. I think that one of those girls literally took the money. Like, y'all don't understand. Those bankers, man, this is like the new scam. These financial institutions, they're scamming, okay? All systems are down. So anyways, I go in there to dispute this and try to get the $40 back, and there was something else about like 50 other bucks that was missing or something. It's all recorded, I don't remember. And we go in there and have words with the ladies at First Citizens. So then I decided that I was going to go to Truist. It can't be worse, right? It can't possibly be worse. It is in fact worse. It is. It is in fact worse. All right, so I go to Truist, and I talk to the bank branch manager, and I explain that I live out of a car, and that I travel, and that I need the membership so that I can have a gym membership when I'm going from city to state or whatever. This was in, I do believe, December of last year, right? So I set up the account, put money in there. They told me they were gonna mail me a card. They said that it would get to me in like 10 days. Well, over 2 weeks passed and I still don't have this card. And I had to not only set up the bank account, set up the gym membership, but I also had to open a P.O. box so that I could get the card mailed from the bank to my P.O. box, right? So at this point, I'm out like $500, yes, between the $100 and something P.O. box, the gym membership, which was a few $100 to set up, and then, because it was LA Fitness, remember? And then the money that went in the bank account. So I'm like, all right, where's this card? And they're like, oh, we'll order you another one. The card never came. 2 more weeks by, I walk in the bank, I'm like, my card never came. At this point, it's been a little over 4 weeks since I started this Truist account, and I still don't have access to the money that I deposited into that account. Do you get what I'm saying? So I walk in the bank, and
why
it's
did
the
we go
same
over all
girls
these
that
old
always work in
stories?
there. And clearly they knew exactly who I was, and now I know that, but then I didn't. I wouldn't assume that anybody knew who I was. You know what I mean? But now I know.
I'm sleeping my eyes still. Oh my goodness.
So anyways,
wow. Day is
I
it?
say,
Wait, what time
I never
is it?
got my card. It's been
Actually,
like over 4
what day and time
weeks.
is it?
And she says, oh, well, we can order you another one.
11 a.m. on a Thursday.
Y'all, I was so done. You know, I knew that this was intentional when I told her I wanted to close the account. And she got mad. She got pissed. She was ripping paperwork, shoving paperwork. I wish I had surveillance footage of her behavior, and half of that is recorded. You can see me go into the bank and close the account. So she was pissed. And it's like, girl, you have one job. And you want me to wait for 6, 7 weeks on a bank card, and there's no guarantee I'm gonna get it, because I don't understand why I didn't get the first 2. And nor do they have an explanation as to where they went, you know?
Is she gonna go over the Planet Fitness?
Oh, but of course, money was taken
as
out
well?
of the account. While I was waiting for these cards, money's being taken out of the account that I don't even have access to.
Was it Planet Fitness she canceled? She canceled some gym membership, and it didn't get put back in her account right away, so she was trying to get the bank to give her the money, and they're like, no, it'll go. Like, you just gotta wait.
Crazy.
And she's like, no!
Psycho.
You're gonna give me that $14. It must have been Planet Fitness. It was some, like, fucking really low.
I closed the account.
Oh, no, it was
and I'm
LA
like, all right,
Fitness.
I'm done with this location.
It was
I'm gonna
La
just
Fitness.
go to Kernersville.
And she was like, all these hidden things.
Open a different Truist account there, my old account there,
that
a
mixed up
different bank branch.
Ignore me.
So I go and I talk to Mr. A.
She's canceled lots of gym memberships.
And he was phenomenal. He got me set up with an account. I got my debit card in less than 3 days.
Brad McHenry super chatted $4.99. Randy backed over bike in driveway.
Maybe that is what happened. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, imagine, like, it's all mangled and shit.
I go back to Florida. Use my
blame
Truist
Randy.
account
I
the
know
entire
nicotine
time I'm in Florida,
patches.
no problems,
You rushed me.
Get back to North Carolina, and I knew I had that gym membership, so I needed to put money in the Truist account to cover the gym membership. So I go over there, and as soon as I walk in the door, those bitches at the bank here look like they saw a ghost. I didn't think anything of it, you know? Like, no harm, no foul. I needed a debit card, so I went to a different location to make sure that I could get a debit card, right? Do you know that those bitches shut my account down and stole all the money out of there?
What?
Mm-hmm. Right hand to God. I haven't seen a penny of that money, and the account was closed with no information as to why. I can't even log into my banking app. That was last month. Yeah.
Doesn't sound right.
So I got to go back over there to a different one, of course, and reset everything up. And also, I've already spoke to corporate over the situation. That's one of the things that I did yesterday, was figure out what could be done, because this was intentionally done because they don't agree with whatever I say on the internet. So, you know,
Illusions.
You can't legally do that. That's wrong. That's actually discrimination. And, you know, my hope would be is that all 3 of them are fired. They don't deserve the position that they've been given. If they are out here toying with some homeless woman's life, they need to be in a mental asylum, not behind bulletproof glass, waiting on customers and scamming them. I think that it's very clear from their behavior that they knew who I was and I did not know who they were. That sucks. I mean, not that I want to know them, because clearly they're immature women who operate on pettiness, you know? It's sad. And they probably have children. That's the sad part. So pretty much every bank in this fucking town is crooked as hell, because those are the main 2. Now there's another one around the corner, but I've never been over there. It looks fancy as shit. I don't think I can afford to bank.
Let me rephrase that. If you do your job and Brooke doesn't agree with the way you did your job, you better not have children.
Mr. A is great.
Coming after him.
It's just crazy how...
It's like a witch from an old wives' tale.
Just like the whole licensing situation in South Carolina.
She's gonna steal your kids.
That was a dude that fixed that situation. Just like with the bank, it was a dude that fixed that situation. Anytime there's a rational adult brought into the situation is resolved. Anytime it's left up to some middle-aged woman that's not happy with herself, the situation gets worse. It's crazy how many of these women I run into. I mean, it's been nonstop since I was a child. Like I said, school
just
teachers
describing
were
herself
even
as a
worse.
Karen, basically.
But I think it's because they know that I know why they act that way, and it disturbs them, and then it makes them want to come after me.
She's really on one
because I see
today.
through their
Thank
behavior.
God. She was so
Does that
boring
make
the other 2
sense?
days.
It makes them feel some type of way that I have them figured out. And it's really sad, because if you feel some type of way about the fact that I know why you're petty and bitter, why not fix the situation? If it makes you feel that bad that I understand you probably better than yourself, why not try to understand yourself better? I don't understand. You know, if my opinion of you bothers you, and once again, we're not to value anyone's
Thanks for
opinion.
beans. You're up in one broadcast
Until we, at the very
beans.
least, we know they're a
Jay
morally
super
sound
chatted
person.
$1.99. Homeless with frozen
You know?
ice in her
But
water
yeah,
bottle.
why does my opinion
Yeah, every day with the frozen
of your
ice.
behavior matter?
So Brooke's explanation of the frozen ice is she has a store that she puts it in, but like she's nowhere near any store. How did she get the ice out here? She did say she was up since, like, I don't know, some kind of crazy time in the morning. But yeah, I don't believe it either. I just don't. Thank you for the 2J.
And then you gotta be petty.
Ice toast,
You know,
mason
it's crazy.
jars,
I don't
fancy
know
cutlery.
what it is, but like, and recently it's been white women. I don't know why. I don't know why. Middle-aged white women. And I think there's a lot more liberals in this town than people care to acknowledge too, and that's gonna cause problems, because I clearly don't appreciate any leftist woke propaganda. That's what's wrong with the world.
My goodness, Brooke. She's just hitting all the fucking... all the things today. What haven't I bitched about yet?
Yeah, I don't know why women act that way. Yeah, I do too. It's insecurity. It's a lack of self-image. It's bitterness, self-hatred, loathing. At least that's what clinical psychologists say. So I do know why they act that way. It's just crazy that the world has gotten so evil that they can blatantly do this type of behavior and directly impact my life. And if I was to show up and show my ass, then I would be the bad guy. That's where we're at. I mean, look at the Carmelo Anthony case in a nutshell. Nobody knows what's right and wrong anymore. Tell me I'm lying. These people are so messed up in the head, they don't know the difference between right and wrong. He said the people was retarded. okay? And I have to agree because they don't know the difference between right and wrong. At all. At all. And they want to justify their behavior and victim blame. Y'all, I hope it rains. I really do. It's so hot. I'm so sick of being hot and out in the sun.
In the rain.
I try to stay in the shade, but you can't escape it always. Oh my God, I saw this other girl that's like homeless in Phoenix or somewhere. And I'm so sick of this shit.
Somewhere.
Like, people are just so fucking ignorant. And it's so frustrating.
Just watching the other
like,
homeless on YouTube now. She's
it's
gonna
on
say
that
that they're fake homeless.
Because like, if she was like, oh,
It's
come
the
hang out in the
fake van
desert with me and
lifer.
see what it's like to be
This is a
homeless,
fake
nobody would go
homeless.
do it. So there's this girl, I think it was called Not Your Average Van Lifer or something, or Not a Van Lifer. She's young, she's probably 18, 19, and she's out in the middle of the desert with this group of people where they live off the grid, and she's homeless. She's like for real homeless. She's not faking it. This is not, okay? So they were talking about, all they were talking about in the comments was how nice her hair was. They were like, there's no way she's homeless because she's got nice hair. Let me tell you something.
I'm actually so
homeless
glad
people
she
are
doesn't have a
resourceful,
bike.
Okay? And probably more
No
than most
crotch
people
view.
will ever be. Not
No
only
dead
that,
time,
there
just
is a
bike
new
cycling.
face of homelessness, and you're looking at it. Better well kept, a little more fed, a little more hydrated, okay? When we look back on statistics of homelessness and the impact of drug addiction and alcoholism, we see a prevalence of that more back in the day. There's been studies done on this. The majority of people who are homeless simply cannot afford rent. As of 2024, the majority of people that are homeless can't keep up with inflation, gas prices, rent, power, groceries. They simply cannot.
Thanks for the beans.
That's
You're
not
up
to
in my
say that they
broadcast
don't
room.
work, because a good portion of these people
HBC
do.
Live super chatted $2. What happened to the
Hell, you've
bike?
probably
So I don't really know what she says. That's why I have this one up here. It's just like, it dawned on me that if she doesn't have the bike, we're not really gonna have any downtime. I guess like eventually she'll end up somewhere that she's muted, right? Or she'll go pee or something, and that's when we can see like the very, very beginning. I was only like 5 minutes late today, so maybe she says it in the first 5 minutes. I don't know what she said about the bike. I don't know where it is. I just know that she doesn't have it.
probably had someone
Thank
that
you
was
for the tip.
homeless wait on you at dinner, or someone homeless that drove your bus, or someone that was homeless that, damn, I don't know, cleaned your gutters at your house, and you just could not
Homeless
recognize
studies,
it
yeah.
because the new face of homelessness is this. This is modern homelessness.
Heather Gillespie
It's
did the same thing in
crazy
the tent.
and ignorant
Tell us the
to
statistics
think
of homelessness.
that homelessness has a look.
The kids'
Especially when there's so
books
many
need to be
different
written
types
on
of
it.
homelessness, reasons you can end up on this side of the fence, and there's different levels to this. Some homeless people have resources, some don't. For me, gratefully, I have donations that you guys sent me last week, and that helped me have resources this week to stay clean and stay hydrated and have food. Money is a resource on the street if you have a job.
Money's a resource,
You're
period.
gonna have to have a
What?
way to shower. Homelessness, it doesn't always look like what people think it's gonna look. I think that people are used to seeing the bums of the 60s, 70s, and 80s panhandling, withered by sun, not
Tony
showering,
McJohns is
drunk, drunk before the sun comes up, and passed out on in a field somewhere, homeless. There's different levels to this shit, as I've said from the start.
Tony was drinking Mountain Dew in someone
I was
else's lawn
homeless when I was living in a truck.
yesterday or today or something.
Now I'm
It's
homeless
like,
living on
Tony,
the
what are you
streets.
doing? He's back to like, I can't get a hotel, so I guess he got kicked out of the
That poor
shelter.
girl,
I don't
like
know.
I said,
We'll
y'all
do
should go
Tony
check her
today.
out. She's
Gotta catch up with him.
really beautiful girl, seems very intellectually inclined, has a very deep soul to her. She talks about, I think it's called the skid or something. In the summer, she goes into the city, and then in the winter, she has to go into the desert And she doesn't have a car. She doesn't have anything, just like me. And it doesn't seem like she has family, just like me. All my relatives are dead, which most of y'all know. Yeah, so she does not have resources, just like me. And I just found it disturbing that some of the top comments were talking about how clean her hair was. It's like you should congratulate her. Oh God, girl, you look really good. Like, you know, you're resourceful, clearly. You know, instead of somebody thinking about the fact that it might have took her a 5-mile hike to make her hair look like that. Instead of somebody saying, damn girl, you got some dedication to hike 2 or 3 miles to wash your hair in that river, da-da-da-da. No, none of that. They want to say that she's faking it because her hair's clean. How ignorant. I mean, seriously, I don't think that there's a more ignorant statement than you're too clean if someone's homeless. I mean, that's stupid to think that homeless people don't want to wash, or that we all look the same, or, and you know, and in my opinion, a lot of the ones that you see, a lot of the homeless people that you see that are really run down, the reason is because they've been pushed into chronic homelessness. Yeah, that's a whole thing in itself, and that's probably where I'm gonna end up. They've been pushed into chronic homelessness, and they've been out here for so long.
Chronic homelessness? Like COPD? Chronic?
It's impacted them significantly.
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease? Chronic homelessness?
I just think that it's stupid to assume that how someone looks dictates whether or not they're actually homeless. Well, what about the panhandling mamas at Walmart that take their children and panhandle on the curb? That's fine, right? Because the children, like, make it make sense. She's never dirty. Nobody asked her if, you know, and she has a sign that says homeless. Nobody goes over and says, oh, well, where do you stay with your kids? Or do you have a way to shower? Do you need food? No. They just hand her money and nobody says shit. And then at the end of the afternoon, she goes and hops into a Mercedes. But because of those kids, that's fine. She's homeless. We don't need to ask no questions. Just give her money. A lot of people in recent years went to jail for that, by the way. Thank God. But, yeah, seriously.
Maybe? I think something pissed her off.
I'm curious to know what homeless looks like. Because there's probably 500,000 people in this country right now that are homeless, and you would not be able to recognize that they were. At least half of them, because over half of them work. They can't afford rent. Not rent and gas and whatever else, you know, food, diapers, groceries. They might be able to afford rent, but they can't afford all of those little things, utilities,
all
food,
the
groceries.
small things.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Q-tips, nail clippers.
This
maybe
hamburger bowl, I wonder if it stinks.
Floss.
I'm not hungry now.
It's like clap proud. Come on, clap proud.
I'm kind of mad. I forget everything. I even got my keys so that I could scan into the gym. I almost forgot those. I didn't know where nothing was because stuff is in bags and, like, I got shit everywhere. It's so frustrating. And that's another thing. I look like shit all the time now, and people really come over here, like, boosting me the fuck up. Like, I didn't know I look good raggedy, but apparently I look better than most raggedy because people come over here and give me shit for taking care of myself, and it's like, bitch, all I had was a shower, like, yesterday.
Prefer
like,
ragamuffin, but Brooke, like,
I guess a t-shirt.
There's less crazy comments.
Bag's just too much for the masses, man.
Less risk of shit getting demonetized or age restricted.
Really me up. Too clean to be homeless, really? Because I ain't showered in like over 24 hours. appreciate it. It's called washing your hands every time you go somewhere. Maybe washing your face a few times a day. Like, I don't get it. I think that people are just nasty. I do. I think the world's gotten 10 times nastier since COVID, and they see a clean person, and they're like, there's no way she's homeless. I love it. It just goes to show how ignorant people are. It really does. It's disturbing how dumb they're getting, you know. It scares me, mainly for my children, because they're going to have to deal with the same bullshit that I got to deal with. And it's too much for me, honey. I'm at a point where, nope, not looking for work, can't look for work. How would I get to work? My whole day is spent getting resources for myself. How would I get to work? That ship sailed when I put in those 47,000 job applications, okay? Like, and that's
not
thing.
one more.
I understand
not one more job
that most
application.
people have zero motivation. I got motivation, and I've shown that time and time again. I'm one of the most least laziest people you'll fucking meet.
You're
Even
gonna
with
say
all my
lethal
mental health
lazy.
problems, all of my financial
Most
struggles,
lethal
the
lazy
lack of
person.
guidance, I still got up and strove to talk about topics that were important. While looking for work. It was crazy. And there still ain't no jobs. You know, I had somebody send me an email the other day from like October of last year, a job application that I put in, and they were like, oh, we've shut the company down. I said, yeah, I'll add it to the pile that I have. I've literally got a folder of like 300 different companies that got back to me that closed down since I started putting in job applications in 2023. They'll send you a respondent email that says, sorry to notify you, but we've actually closed operations indefinitely. I've got a whole folder, like 300 of them. It's crazy. You know, I think because I was in the job market and I had so many different services from staffing agencies to online services, I think that I got an inside view into the job market from the end of 22 until 25, and it's crazy. What has taken place in the job market, we have never seen in our nation's history before. What is currently going on, you ain't been through this, fam. We don't know what's gonna happen. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I guess if I must become homeless, what a better time when the world's crumbling. At least I can get my bearings homeless while everybody else's world is fucking crumbling, right? Because my world crumbled 4 years ago at the start of COVID, so it's been 5 years. Jesus, it feels like yesterday. It feels like yesterday.
By an angel shit. Needed my fucking stripper's license for Chester Cheeto's
But
fucking
for real.
strip club.
It's crazy out here. More concerned about her hair than if she's okay in the desert by herself being 19 years old. That shit pisses me off. And honestly,
An Uncle Randy card.
Honestly,
Just like the one window. Sing the songs I used to sing.
you know, people really be coming to my channel that have no sense of humor. Where does that come from? What type of parents raise the non-humorless person? What a sad world. You know, well, shit. My parents. That's who. My fucking parents. Damn. I started being funny in school because it's just a way to, deal with the reality of the situation. Sometimes it's better to laugh than cry, you know? I was definitely the class clown a lot. But I changed schools down every 6 months to a year, so I always had to find a way to make new friends. What better way than jump in for the underdog and become the class clown. But for real, my parents, they never laughed. Yeah, my parents would have raised some little non-humorous psychopaths. Y'all, I'm so mad about that nicotine patch. I had to wash my book bag, so I had to dump everything out of here into a sagittal bag, right? Well, then I forgot to put everything back because I haven't had time. Get on. Come back. Where'd you go? I'm sorry, I thought you were a wasp. I just noticed you were a cute bee. Come back. Typical girl. Get off me. Come back.
The fuck was I looking up? Oh, I remember now.
Yeah, I ain't been watching the news at all. I watched a movie the other night. It was called The Illusionist. It was really good. It had Jessica Biel in it, but it was kind of weird. It's like, why do they cast these old-ass men with these young-ass girls? Tell me you got some perverts
She
on
doesn't
set
even have YouTube Premium. How is she watching movies?
See?
The Illusionist.
Hollywood,
Can we watch The Illusionist free?
Well, shit, you never was there. I started to say, if you ever wanted to go back to where you're not exploiting young girls, please call me. But no, it's always been that way. The casting couch was the thing when Judy Garland was down working. So, yeah. Ew. It was a good movie,
Who would
but
watch anything with Edward?
That really stuck out to me.
Edward Norton.
And then she was a whole cheater and a half. I mean, granted, the Crown Prince was an asshole. But girl, break it off before you damn blow out that flame before you damn spark up another candle. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they mean about burning both both ends of the candle. Is that what they mean about burning both ends of the candle? Jessica Biel cheating on the Crown Prince with the illusionist. If you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. It's called The Illusionist. I think it's from a few years back, maybe a decade and a half. I don't know. But it was good. And something that really stuck out is that she was a cheater. Why do I always pick up on the negative stuff? Sorry, glass half full. It was a good movie. His tricks were pretty awesome. But she was a cheater. And she was definitely burning both ends of the stick. I see the Republican Party is tearing Donald Trump apart. Oh, and then Trump said that the Republicans were foolish and stupid. I think he took a page out of my book. Not him calling his own following assholes. What is going on? We thought last year was wild. This year's getting wilder. He did. Oh, he's mad. Donald Trump said on Truth Social that their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. And my past supporters have brought into this bullshit hook, line, and sinker. Bro, tell me about it. You are speaking to the choir, sir. Tell me about it. What'd he say? Hold on, let me repeat. And my past supporters have brought into this bullshit hook, have bought into this bullshit hook, line, and sinker. Is that you're in the files.
Just like the wide wind.
He's in the files. Can y'all see me? Oh, I can't walk. My legs.
I hate money.
Contrast is all the way up, and that phone's about to die already. I don't know what's going on. Can you see me? Can you see me now? I can't see nothing, y'all.
Ever since Lowe's fired,
Can't see nothing.
life has been fucking amazing.
Yeah, everybody's mad about the Epstein files. I mean, don't run your whole campaign. Can you sit still? Listen. When I tell y'all it's hard to film out here, I ain't lying. The cars, the wind, the sun. Hell, the moon don't even help. Can't see shit. Yeah, to spend your whole campaign saying, oh, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna release this file. We need to bring truth. And then to have Pon Bondi. Pam Bondi sit up there and lie. I told y'all she was flaky. That was the only one I didn't like. It's interesting. Yeah, she sat there and lied through her teeth. I said it was on my desk. Girl. You can literally see her making the lie up as she's lying. She's like thinking of the words, and you can see her formulating the words as she's lying. It's crazy. In my opinion, that is literally one of the best videos I've ever seen, showcasing how a person thinks up their lies as they're going along. Seriously, that Pam Bondi video should be taken for a study, 100%. As you know, I've seen people lie through their teeth like that, and they make up their lies as they're literally thinking it. But that video, it shows it real good, how a person can formulate the lies as they're speaking it. They're trying to make the lies up as they go along. That's what it is. She was making the lies up as she went along when pressured about the Epstein, because she made the statement. She said, it's on my desk. What happened, girl? Yeah, they're definitely protecting people. Y'all, that hamburger bowl looks so good. I'll have to show it to you. I'm just not hungry right now. I'm kind of upset with that nicotine patch. That threw my whole day off. And fucked up my whole work schedule. Hold on. This one's killing me.
Clyde Frog just gifted 5 memberships.
Thank you for giving 5 memberships, Clyde Frog. Welcome, people. You can use the Brooke emojis. There's a few new ones. So I have to make some new Tony emojis with his hats. He's got some crazy hats that I want to make emojis with him. There's a dramatic Brooke. Oh, I guess while she's walking here, let's try to see what she's talking about here.
Does that feel like a train's coming? Oh, that's a car. Good morning. Is it? For me, no.
It's not for her.
I'm literally living. I haven't been feeling great because of my PMDD. It's really been bothering me. Hell on earth.
Yeah, gifted
so
memberships don't
weak.
woo for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know why they don't talk about it more. It's like clinicals. You know, my psychologist, she's aware. But like I'm talking about other ones in the past. They knew, and they had no clue what was going on.
Yeah, she is PMDD, which is, let's see what this acronym stands for. It's like pre-PMS or something?
Yeah, one of them one time was like,
premenstrual
oh, it's just seasonal depression.
Dysphoric
and
disorder.
I was like, girl, it's not seasonal depression if I go through it 52 weeks out of a year. And actually, I go through it
This is the dramatic
half
one.
of that time, like 26 weeks out of a year. But still, it's not seasonal depression.
Brooke emoji.
It took me years to get diagnosed. I'm glad that I did. But let me tell you, when you have something like that, people are not understanding to you at all. I don't care if it's PCOS or whatever, you know. People are not understanding
fit into one
to those types of things. Hell, people are not even understanding other people's recovery, you know? So, like, is it any surprise? Nope. No, none at all. I hope I brought my cord so I can plug you up because you're already about to die. I ain't even been on you that long. I don't understand. I know one thing. I'm ready for the weekend, yo. I'm gonna lay under the damn trees and relax all freaking weekend. Maybe, unless it rains.
That's all right. Does your thing die?
It was supposed to rain all week, and as you can see, it hasn't been. Where's the box? Damn it. It's ridiculous. It's hair in my toothbrush. My bowl got all shaken up.
Thanks for the beans. You're up in my broadcast throwing me beans?
Deal super chatted $5. Can I get a W? Oh.
Why did you read it like that, Ashley? Thank you, Dill, for the 5. I've never heard her read it like that. That was a really weird pronunciation of woo. Whoa. Fuck was... Alright, I should be playing this other one here. Whoops, that's not the right button. This is the button.
Have been since I lost my truck. So, I hope everybody's happy about that. Thought I had a $10 bill. I have no. Did I forget that too? So, yeah. Jesus flipping Christ, you guys. I'm just not doing well. I found it. Is it? It was. It was.
Thanks for the beans. You're up in my broadcast throwing me beans?
HBC lies super chatted $2. Ooh.
What? What? Maybe it has to be capitals. That was a really short one. Ooh. Did she say woo? There isn't even an O there. Or a W. I don't know. Maybe she just, like, says that however she feels like it. It's really weird. I never heard it like that. Yeah, what? What? I know, alright? Thank you for the 2, though. I don't know. I don't know. Who? Yeah, it was just like a who. Well, this is not.
So I made lunch. But I'm not hungry. I don't know what the weather is. The river's right there. It feels kind of nice.
Thanks for the beans.
I have not
You're
felt
up in my
bad today. I
broadcast
have no
throwing
way
me
out
beans?
of it.
HBC lies super chatted $2. Wow, 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 wee woo.
Wow, wow, wow,
Thanks for the beans. You're up in my broadcast throwing me beans?
Michael Nelson super chatted $1.99. Gives me a W.
It is what it is. I knew it was coming.
Yeah, okay, it has to be capitals.
I said.
If it's all capitals, that's when it goes.
Everybody wanted to say all the time.
Thank you for the 2s.
Okay. And that's why I'm not going to tell motherfuckers shit about my life anymore. Actually, everything I've ever said has actually came true. But, you know, people who deny reality are not going to be able to admit that. I feel kind of bad for Republicans. It's like they're finding out that both sides are evil, you know? I came to that conclusion, I think, like last year, remember? Oh, it was January. It was January. Remember? I started having doubts about the Conservative Party. Mainly because of the sex trafficking that I know that they're involved in, that I personally...
Thanks for the beans. You're up in my broadcast throwing me
through
beans?
the House of
HBC
Representatives
lies
from
super
several
chatted
states.
$2.
So, you know, after you meet these type of people personally, you see things for what they are. So I already knew that these sex scandals, I don't know what to call it, these little rendezvous, whether it's prostitution and drugs or
Thank you
whatever,
for
I
the
knew that these things were going on in both parties because I had met House of Representative members who were trying to sleep with me for money. And of course I would never. So that was weird, but they were Republicans. So both sides are evil.
That's really good.
I just don't think I'm an early morning workout person. You know? As much as I've wanted to be for the past 3 years, I've said that over and over. Even when I lived in my car, I would get up at damn 3:15 and try to get into the gym, and I'd end up just working on content instead. Not every day, but specifically towards the winter. I gotta be specific, because people are stupid. She said she wakes up at 3:15 every morning. Not in the summer, homie, because the summertime, that's usually when it's starting to cool off. Oh, God. Days, I feel so bad. 88 degrees. Okay, 80% humidity, so it is that bad. I'm about to go, y'all. It is that bad. And it's supposed to rain.
First time I looked at my phone and looked at the news.
I mean, it clearly looks like it might. It is what it is, right? I'd like to say that people learn and change, but unfortunately they don't. They don't. They sure don't. It's a rarity if they do. And then when they do, society will fucking beat them down, beat them down, beat them down, beat them down until there's nothing left. Don't really have much to say. Anyone asking personal questions will be blocked.
Chat's not even on.
See, they say I'm the problem. No, you're the problem. How do you think it's appropriate for you to ask me where I am? You're the problem.
You should turn chat back on. Hold on.
This ain't a dating app.
I gotta open it in a new window to find out, because it just says disabled. No, it's still disabled. Whoa.
Out here teaching people how to damn operate. We don't meet people off the internet. That's wrong. Okay? Okay? Understood? That's how you go. Oh! Speaking of which, there was just a lovely woman who could have been an OnlyFans model, and I think she might have been.
What?
Yeah, she robbed and killed a guy.
What?
Dating app. Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Sure did. Yeah, maybe we can talk about that later, because that was interesting. Yeah, she drugged him. Oh, I think he might have lived. He might have got lucky. So exciting. I don't remember. But she did drug him, and she robbed him for like $20,000 worth of Rolexes. And it wasn't just him. It was another girl. It was another guy too. She wiped him clean out. Yeah, so the last guy.
Maybe.
Little Cardi B Jr. over here. The last guy, and why she never went to jail for admitting that she done that. Great question. Riddle me this, Batman. Anyways, the last guy, she got a Rolex worth like $13,000. And then one of the first guys, we don't know how many she done this to. She would just meet them, and then she'd be like, "Oh yeah, you want to go hang out at your place?" And then she'd drug them when they got back to the apartment with a drink, and then they'd wake up 2 days later, feeling completely violated, not knowing what happened, and their whole home had been ransacked. So yeah, keep meeting bitches off the internet. You know, it's so crazy because so many people come here and offer me a place to stay. And see, I'm a good person. Yeah. We don't play those games. Decent people don't take random people's fucking handouts, okay? Because that's dangerous, because our parents taught us better not to meet people off the internet, okay? But so many people come
Not until we've got 13 grand. Right? Right?
here and do this. Riddle me this, Batman. If I was such a horrible human like the internet wants you to believe, why wouldn't I take those men up on their offers and be robbing them so that I'm not poor right now? Please like this video for a free way to support me, and please donate to my channel. I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I just don't really feel like being today. I don't want to exist today. You ever just want to go back to sleep? You ever have one of them days where you
She's
wake
actually
up and
gonna be
you're
gone
like,
for the day.
I just want to lay here. I think they call her Shamu. I love you guys, and we'll talk later. Be safe, and yeah. Please don't twist my words. I've never robbed anybody in my life. That's part of the reason I'm poor. You gotta be a scam artist to make it nowadays. I swear to God, I'm not joking. You have to.
Ernie's on his way
Pray
with the
for me.
nicotine
Pray for you guys.
patches.
Bye, y'all.
Once she's patched up, I'm sure she'll be back. We can do some Asheville stuff. We'll finish the whatever this is. How far into we get? Not that far. Just until like, I just want to see if she said anything about the bike. Maybe she did, and I just missed it when I was doing other stuff. But yeah, I still need to get some watch shit in or whatever. So we'll switch gears in a second here.
My whole day's been fucked up because I don't have a nicotine patch. I don't even want to talk about it.
No, tell us about it.
I've literally made food and then
Yeah,
came
she's
over
never
here to
biked
the
today.
gym, and I have no nicotine. So I can't go in the gym because I need a nicotine patch. So everything just
Bike
got
at the
ruined.
gym?
But you know, that's the story of my fucking life, let me tell you. Yesterday I only had like 25 things go wrong at once. I mean, like major things. Like major things. Like, how can I explain this? Like, you might owe the IRS some money in 10 years. Like major things. Okay? Had like a bunch of those shit go wrong yesterday. And then I wake up and try to be fucking positive, despite, you know, being fucking homeless. Pack this lunch and get all the way over here to do a workout, and I don't have any nicotine. It's like, why do I fucking try? Why? I mean, it's literally enough that it just feels so fucking hopeless. I've lost everything, you know? It's like, what's the point? What is the point? And once again, every time I come in contact with people, I'm continuously disappointed. It's the same people. It sucks. It sucks.
You look real close, that's Brooke's truck.
I can't be the only person on earth that has the proper intentions for being on earth. You know what I mean? But it feels that way a lot.
Should have named him Uncle Lousy. Oh well.
I've never
Lit.
cheated on someone. I've never told a lie on someone, especially not a lie that can interfere with their career, children,
ditto?
life.
Maybe a ditto.
I've never stolen from someone. I've never told somebody else's business to someone else, not once.
Who told her business?
I've never straddled the fence with friends and played the fence, acted like I liked you and then didn't. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I don't, I won't even speak. I'm able to empathize with people and show for compassion for my friends and people that they've never been able to show for me. Anytime they have a problem, I have to be their rock. But when I need a rock, I'm on the streets. It makes you not want to deal with people at all. And no matter where I've been in the past almost 3 years now of being homeless, I genuinely run into carbon copies over and over and over. I really do. I'm not joking. I can read people from a mile away. I know what their intentions are. I know what their motives are. I always know what they're up to before they even know, you know, who I am. I can read a room. I read people. That's why I stay away from them. I see things for what they are. I'm a realist.
A realist. She doesn't say anything about the fucking mic.
I think it's gonna rain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember this. Okay, so this is like where we came in at. I was refreshing to see if like there's transcripts. There's no transcripts yet. Alright, when transcripts generate, we can search for bike. Bicycle. Bicyclette. And we'll do some Asheville for a bit. Just getting my Asheville stuff up here. I should be able to just press this. Bam, there we go. Asheville, Brooke. And have some other fucking sign I use. Here it is. From October. Get that. I just need to get that other thing, and then we'll be good to go. Update. Food and Truth. We're on Food and Truth.
I really wish that I would have brought more clothes, because every female that I've seen needs clothes, and all the ones that, if they fit them, then I gave them clothes, because I can only imagine what it's like to have your home destroyed and you ain't even got a damn clean pair of underwear to put on. Like, you literally just lost your car, you lost your home, you lost your job, you lost your animals. You don't even know where the hell your kids are because you sent them across town to stay with your family because they had a bunker. There's still family members calling into the radio station, putting the word out, hey, if you see my cousin so-and-so, please tell him that the family's looking for him.
Oh, is this it?
There's people displaced in mass quantities.
This is it.
Whole families. I met 190 veterans yesterday that were already homeless prior to this hurricane, and they finally had a living arrangement. It was an old hotel that they had, the VA. It's a nonprofit called the VRQ, and the VA was working with this nonprofit to house all of these men that were military veterans. They had all of these wonderful programs that help with addiction, programs that help with mental health services, therapy, programs to help them get reunified with their families, their kids. Wonderful program. You don't see programs like that at all. I know that the modern misconception is there's tons of programs like this, but there's not. And these men had already been living under bridges in homelessness. And then they get hooked up with this wonderful program through the VA. And then a hurricane comes through and destroys that opportunity for them to take off, to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and continue to fight the good fight for their own lives. And when they showed up at the homeless shelter, the shelter said, oh, we can't take you. We don't have room. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess.
I hate
Nobody
when it does
knows
that,
what's
bro.
going on. People are struggling financially already because they were already living paycheck to paycheck. And now a natural disaster comes through and takes what was left that the government hasn't already stolen from them. The hurricane takes that. And then lo and behold, it is 6 days later, and there are no boots on the ground. There is no FEMA passing out hot meals and water, and there is no one out here helping these people. The only help that Asheville has been through private organizations, donations from people that have seen that, you know, they were hit hard by this hurricane. There has been bucket trucks of Duke Energy, and I'm sure those are contracts to get power, you know, back going for 500,000 people just in this state. And then also, and that's how I know this area was affected the most. That's how. Because it's 500,000 people just in this state without power. However, when I read the news report earlier, it only said that 1.6 people were out between the 5 states. Do you see what I'm saying? And it might have been 1.2. I can't remember. I have a screenshot of it. It might have been, I don't remember. But 500,000 people just in North Carolina, that's taking up, even if it's 1.6, even if it's 1.6 million, that's still taking up half of the people almost out of power. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's how I know that North Carolina was hit, and that's how I know that it was worse than Florida. And also, the first time I heard that statement was from 2 little old ladies that said that. They said, this is little Katrina.
All her news sources are just like people in the grocery store, or little old ladies or whatever, and she's supposed to be the reporter going against the mainstream media because they're liars.
That's what the residents are calling it. So that's how they feel about it, you know, and they're not happy that FEMA's not here. They're not happy that they don't know what to do and how to proceed with their lives until the government tells them to do so. I have no doubt that the people that are here that have come from out of town to bring supplies, it's because of them. It is. It's not that I have no doubt. The reason that Asheville has received any help, it has come from people that have went out of their way to bring supplies themselves and help the people of Asheville. There's been pizzerias that have drove in. We just got a pizza from a pizzeria. There's been lots of food trucks that have tried to set up, but due to the fact that they couldn't access power, they weren't able to do that. But there's been people coming from out of town to try to bring food and water to the residents of Asheville because our government has failed to do so. Now, the Red Cross and other nonprofits have been out here assisting, getting the residents help.
What?
There have rescue missions set up. We saw last night that they had jet skis, the little raft boats and all of that. Remember, we went over there and saw that. So they do have rescue operations, but those are local agencies. Those are not the government. And that's the problem. That is the problem. Exactly. That is what I'm saying. It's all volunteers. Union County, and damn, where's my pen? It's all the local. Where in the hell did my pen go? You guys, I keep losing everything. I don't know where my pen went. I had a pen. Well, damn. I don't know where it went. Getting hot. I'll just write it in here. Here we go. Andrew, thank you. I know Mecklenburg County, Hendersonville, and Davison County is sending officers and public workers personnel to help. Isn't that sad?
Tents are
Isn't
dangerous,
that sad that we
she
have to
says.
take people that we need in the city right now to bring out here to help these people because FEMA and the National Guard has not shown up. FEMA hires contractors.
I never thought I would miss the truck, but yeah.
I still have it. Oh my God, you're right. We should have gave it to a kid. I still have it. Have y'all seen this? This is so adorable. Okay, so
It's a crock.
I still have it. I need to, so it says the region approximately 100,000 remain without power. More than 1 million power has been restored to 600 something customers. Yep. Yeah, he already said that he was. Trump already said that he's doing something for Asheville. I don't remember what it was. I just saw it in passing. I haven't had the internet, so I don't
I
have
don't know what it is, but something.
any way to get into the world. Like, I don't have any access to the world. Look at this, you guys.
What are you talking about? You don't have any
These are
access
the
to
McDonald's Happy Meals right now. I'm gonna give it to a kid. It's a keychain.
Hey.
It's so adorable. It would have been better if it had googly eyes, but it's okay. Yes, but this is my cell service. Like, you can, y'all, people are so... Shut up, Brooke! Shut up, Brooke! Listen, honey.
It's in bed.
I have 4 devices.
My vape was in my bed.
I'm only talking to you because I pay for a cell phone. If I want any of my other devices to work, you have to find Wi-Fi. Yeah, see, when mom and daddy is no longer alive and they're not paying your internet bill, the struggle becomes real.
Yeah, her workout channel.
But I need to take notes
That I'm
on
sure
this.
is gonna be
Also, though,
doing gangbusters.
how is that even working? Y'all see what I'm talking about when I say that people take so much shit literally now? That was an instant like that, that I'm talking about. Like,
What's going on, Sword?
yeah.
How you been?
There's tons of people still trapped. Hundreds, probably. We don't know because the media is not out here broadcasting anything. I've not seen not one media truck, not one.
I thought she said in another stream that she saw media trucks, but just not FEMA.
Not one media truck. I've not
that they
seen
were
one news
misreporting
anchor.
news.
None of that. So I don't know where they're at anyways, like the media. Because I've not seen them. Why are they not broadcasting? That's bullshit because I made it in. This is what I'm talking about. The roads are good for you to come. You can come. Especially if you're the media, you should have been here. They've been saying that since I checked the news on Saturday. They said there's no roads in or out. And I told some lady this, and she said, yeah, I know. No. It was the guy at the grocery store. I said, yeah, the media is telling people that there's no roads in or out. I said, but I just drove up here yesterday. So, and he's like, yeah, the media lies. I'm like, yeah, I know. I have a whole channel over it. The whole reason that this channel is even existing is because of the unjust in the damn world, because of the lies.
It's reason fucking 725. What this channel is made for.
I'm sick of it. When people's lives start impacting your life, it's time to start talking, you know? When you can't find a damn job because of the lies of other people, it's time to damn start talking. Well, I gotta go find a bathroom. The truth is things are not good here. There is no FEMA National Guard helping here as far as boots on the ground. Now, when I say FEMA or National Guard, you would think that they would have search and rescue missions. They would have tents set up with hot food being given out, with bottled water being given out. That is not the case. There is no tent set up to bring in people from, that have been rescued off the mountains. There's no tent set up to house them in. There's no tent set up for any of these things. There's nothing. And also, at the hospital, the only tents that they have set up over there, they have nothing to do with
Brooke contradicts
FEMA
herself.
or
Channel.
National Guard. It is some medical assistance place. I have a video. We took a video. It's over there. You can go see it. Listen, we went to several places and to see where FEMA was. And I even started talking to people when I got here yesterday morning. I'm like, where is FEMA? Where's the National Guard centers? They're supposed to have these things called DRCs. They're called disaster recovery centers, disaster relief centers. There's not any. When you call FEMA. Say, yeah, I'm in the Asheville area and I was just hit by the hurricane and I was looking for a DRC center. They will tell you that there's none in the area. So that means that there's not boots on the ground. There is not FEMA here helping people. It is a bold-faced
Bombastic side-eye.
lie. And these people who can't even access food and water, who haven't showered for 6 days, who don't have access to a bathroom anymore, it is damn near impossible to find a damn bathroom around here due to the fact that all of the businesses are closed because there is no power, there is nowhere to take a shit. Real talk.
I mean,
I've seen so many people just pop in a fucking squat. It is like living out of I Am Legend where the streets are just covered in gray dirt.
I mean, she took us through took us on a stroll through town, and it was just, no one was there because they all evacuated. And Brooke was like, this is really nice, but I didn't get an I Am Legend feel from it.
I've posted some of these videos. That parking lot at the QR...
The VRQC or whatever.
At the VRQ with all of the veterans.
What did we look in the center? Did you look in the center console to remember what a word was?
At the VRQ with all of the veterans.
Was the VRQ in the center console?
That I went and saw yesterday. That parking lot is what the entire city off of Tunnel Road looks like going towards Swannanoa. It is destroyed. It looks like a bomb went off and everything was leveled. It's horrific. It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to see. And then to talk to people that have completely lost hope in the fact that help is coming from the government is heartbreaking in itself, but also it's the most heartbreaking thing.
So like, I don't know how all these supplies got there that they're handing out and stuff, but couldn't like FEMA or the government or something think of this and be like, yo, if you own a grocery store and you've been giving supplies out for free, like we'll compensate you for that. Like we'll give you money, whatever like you gave out to help the people. Can't they do that? Is that not a thing? If that's not a thing, like why isn't that a thing?
Because these people don't know what to do. They need guidance. They have questions that they need answered, and it's not fair. It's not fair. A lot of the people that have been affected in this area were...
Brooke was trying to block people. She had her chat off, and she's like, anybody saying this will be blocked. So HBC license, like, is she reading, like, your chat? Like, this chat? And trying to block people?
Elderly people.
Unless she's
I'm
just
gonna
on
go find a
autopilot.
bathroom. There is a curfew at 7 o'clock. I went to a Planet Fitness. The Planet Fitnesses are going to be closed until the middle of October or something. I think it said the 6th or the 7th of October. So tomorrow I want to get boots on the ground and I want to do interviews with people that are displaced, people that are actually waiting on FEMA. We're going to talk to them before we go. But there is a curfew from 7 to 7. I'm going to try to get in the bed a little earlier tonight. I didn't get up until 8 o'clock this morning, which is late for me. Y'all know that I like to get up at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, start getting my day going.
The scarecrow talks at 3 a.m. This is back in the day. Well, not even back in the day. This is like last year-ish. Almost a year ago.
But when I woke up, I had no internet access. My phone was completely off on SOS. So I had no way. I haven't seen anything. I don't know what's going on out there. That's one of the reasons that I keep trying to go live to get information, because I'm telling you right now, what the media is telling you is the complete opposite of what is actually happening on the ground in Asheville, North Carolina. This city, this is a historical moment for this city, not in a good way. They were not expecting for this hurricane to be able to reach up this high, this far west, and people were not prepared. People don't even have cash to buy groceries. They can't get to an ATM, and they get to the ATM, and the ATM is out of money. People are in dire need of assistance here. They need showers, they need water, they need food. But tomorrow we're going to talk to individuals. I'm going to find people that want to do interviews. And, I mean, it hasn't been hard. It's just that I don't want to harm people anymore. You know, like, these people have you can't even put your mind around it unless you've been through a natural disaster or you've been actually homeless before.
I was gonna say, she didn't go through a natural disaster. How's she gonna rope herself into this? Unless you've been homeless too. And what do you mean harm people? Why would you be harming anybody? Because you're taking their resources? We don't even need to be here. Drive the fuck out of here, Brooke. What have we been doing? Nothing. We've been sitting in the truck, eating their fucking food.
Before. All I can say is, just how to describe it is, imagine that you went to bed tonight expecting to go to work tomorrow and take your children to school. And in the middle of the night, the hurricane floods, and you are on your roof for 6 days waiting for someone to come and rescue you. Just imagine that.
How are we driving around if it's that flooded?
You're still standing out there on your roof 6 days later. And you've been standing there in the heat, in the sun, beating down on a blacktop roof as you get sunburnt. There's nowhere for you to go. But imagine after you're rescued, which might be another week from now. We don't know. FEMA and National Guard is still not here. So we don't know. Maybe a week from now you'll get rescued. And when you do, they're going to take you to a shelter. And that's going to be temporary. You might be able to stay there 24 hours, 36 maybe. And then they're going to send you out on the street. Good luck. Good luck. All of the other shelters, all of the other hotels that have been made into accommodations for people that were rescued, that's temporary.
This is Heather Brooke Clark, and she's something else.
That's not a long-term plan. That's like a day or two, and then it's see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. So messed up. So messed up. And, where's the media? Not here. I haven't seen one news truck.
That's why Brooke is.
But I'm gonna go, you
now.
guys. I gotta go find a bathroom. Seriously. It's been so hard to find basic necessities like that, like restrooms. Like I said, you'll just see people just using the bathroom out there. But I hope y'all have a good afternoon, and maybe we will, I know exactly what's going on. I can't help you're stupid.
The word is on the
and
street,
can't hear. Like,
I'm sure you heard it.
I might go live tonight so that we can get ready for bed together. And thank you to all my regular channel members that come here that genuinely care about the people of Asheville and what's really going on here, because I'm talking to people and I've been posting videos of what people say. And the general census is they were not expecting this, they were not prepared, and they don't understand why the government is not helping them. That has been everyone. Everyone is extremely dissatisfied with how this situation has been handled. And that's putting it correctly, politically correctly and mildly. So there were people that were prepared that are mad. You know what I mean? Like, they were prepared, but they didn't realize that it was going to be like this, that our government was going to fail them when assisting them and guiding them what to do next. There's no one stepping up and saying, hey, this is what you need to do. If it was not for the radio station,
The easiest way to get there is by Googling.
we wouldn't have any information.
Helene update. And that'll take you to our website.
Over the nation.
There's a Google form and also a QR code that you can scan in order to obtain the form. Fill it out, and we will be back in touch with you once we're able to either call the person that is presumed missing or going to their house and conducting the...
There's people that have family missing, and they haven't even been able to report them missing because there's no one to report them missing to. Do you get it?
In West Asheville, of people going door to door and saying that they're there collecting donations and equipment for the hurricane relief efforts. Be wary of that.
Hurricane.
Scammers
There are a
out
couple
here.
Things that you can do to make sure that
Scammers going door to door saying that they're with the hurricane relief effort, and it's a lie. They're still in chainsaws and stuff. People are giving...
I don't like what Brooke is doing. I'm with the news. Actually, I'm a hurricane victim. My house got blown down or whatever. I need some food. These guys are stealing chainsaws, though.
them supplies
I mean, you shouldn't be stealing anything.
to give to people who are still stranded and being rescued. And, you know, I just need to be clear that this does not just affect people that need to be rescued. I'm talking about anyone whose homes got flooded and hit by the hurricane. This is thousands of people whose lives are currently still being affected from the lack of assistance and guidance as to what to do next. You know, this is going to take years for these people to rebuild. When I say that it looks like a nuclear bomb went off in some areas, I'm not exaggerating, and I've posted videos. So this is heartbreaking, and the people of Asheville, after this is said and done, I would sue the government if I were you. Absolutely. The federal government, FEMA, Joe Biden personally, we know that he has it. We know that he can support that lawsuit. So seriously, this is unbelievable, and FEMA and the National Guard have failed this state. And I love you guys, and please pray. Don't pray for me today. Pray for the people of Asheville. They're the ones that need it, the families, okay? The families that have been displaced, the people that have died. The death toll keeps rising. There's bodies literally floating down the Swannanoa damn river, and they can't access it. They can't get those corpses yet. It's heartbreaking. I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. And please pray for the people of Asheville. Bye, y'all. Parked here. I went into the Red Cross, and I talked to this guy that worked in there. He was like probably 60. And I said, hey, sir, do you know where I can sleep overnight? He said, yeah, there's a parking lot up top. He said, I can't approve for you to sleep there. He said, but that's where I sleep, and he's been living out of his car for 5 years. I said, oh, I've been in mine for almost 2 now. He said, you got window covers? I said, yeah. He said, oh, okay. I said, yeah. And he was about to ask me about my setup. I've had people ask me to see pictures, and I'm like,
What?
I don't really have any.
Dropping
I
shit.
need to take some. I guess I need to be prouder of my house. You know, a lot of people in this area have been talking about, oh, I wish I had a house on wheels right now. People that I've been interviewing in the Asheville, North Carolina area who was displaced because of the hurricane. First of all, let me get comfortable. I was able to buy me a pizza today. That's nice. I mean, it's hot food, you know, and you don't know how much you miss hot food until you don't have hot food. Let me tell you. It's been crazy. So first of all, I went over to Swannanoa. To see what was going on. It is leveled. When I say leveled, like leveled. There are houses that were picked up and then threw back down on the ground. I drove by a man that was standing on the road next to his house a mile down the damn road. Imagine trying to file that insurance claim. Well, it was at the address, but it's not anymore. See, the hurricane picked it up and threw it a mile down the road. So when y'all come out to do, when y'all come out to evaluate and assess the issue, y'all are gonna have to come to this address because the hurricane dropped it off here. It's literally devastating. Hold on, I gotta cut this off and change. It's literally the most devastating thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. It looks like a war zone, and I can't even put it into words because I would have to use words to describe a war zone to describe it. Seriously, it's that sad. And apparently there's been bodies floating down the river. I was passing a highway and people were literally pulling off the side of the highway and running out into traffic to get to the bridge, the overpass, so that they could see what was floating down the river. I can't see anything like that. If I even attempt to look at something like that, it will make me regress to a state where I'm not myself anymore. There's been bodies floating down the Swannanoa River for days, a week of dead bodies floating down the fucking river. A week. I went up there and I used the bathroom and I washed my face and I'm about to get in the bed and relax. I need to keep the lights out because they don't know that I'm here, and I don't want to piss anybody off. This is, yeah, there's not a lot of places to park, and it's a curfew. You have to be in the house by 7 o'clock. If you're not, you can get ticketed. And I'm out here running around at 7:30 right in front of the freaking police. 10 of them. They're having a meeting at the Red Cross, and I'm just out here living my best life like there's no fucking curfew in place. Like, seriously, like I run the town. Like I'm literally going from bro, I pull up at 10:51. I run up the hill, I look up, and there's freaking 10 officers up there having a meeting. I said, shit. I said, let me run in here, wash my face, brush my teeth, all this good stuff. So I run in there and do that. And then I come out and I'm like, well, hell, why don't I ask if I can stay overnight here? Since it's the Red Cross, they might not care. So I run inside and I'm looking for a worker. I can't find no damn worker. It's nothing but hundreds of people on cots that have been either rescued or they were having medical emergencies pertaining to the hurricane. Like they were injured, they were rescued, and then they bring them here to the Red Cross to give them somewhere to sleep. A lot of these people have been displaced. Their homes are destroyed. There's nowhere for them to go. So the Red Cross and their cot is the best that they can get, which is better than nothing. At least they're out of the elements. At least they're getting sandwiches and food brought in. The Red Cross have been feeding people. They have been one of the only organizations that have been out here actually in these streets. FEMA and the National Guard, on the other hand, have been non-existent. Now, whether or not the president come, did the president show up? Did anybody see him physically in Asheville? Did anybody see the president in Asheville? Because I've been here all day and I've seen one helicopter that might have been, and it was a military helicopter. It was one of the oblong ones that's like the dark gray or like the funny looking gray color, our military army color. I only saw one, and that was when I was waiting at Ingles in line to buy groceries. They have a grocery store completely shut off. They have a manager that when I tell you that they lock you in, they lock you in. They're terrified of the looters. They have the cops on scene for people to buy their groceries. Listen to what I'm telling you and how scary this is for there to be a natural disaster and no one have access to food. Because the grocery stores have been getting looted, because the Dollar General and the Dollar and any homes that were destroyed in the storm, looters have been going out, looting homes, looting businesses to steal supplies and anything else that's worth of value that they can get their hands on. Because of this, the cops have now cautioned off the grocery stores. You can't even get in the parking lot of the grocery store. There is only 3 or 4 grocery stores that are even open, and they have specific hours. A lot of people don't even have a car. Not only were their homes destroyed, but their cars were destroyed. We're talking about a town of mountain people. This is where I've been living for 25 years, is the mountain. They're in a rural area. It's not as easy as you might think to be able to access the grocery store or Ingles or whatever store is open, especially if you have a bridge or trees anywhere near your house and near the roads getting to your house. Do you see what I'm saying? A lot of these roads are not accessible because trees have blown down. And when the flood flooded, honey, it flooded. And when that water receded, everything behind that was in the river. So everything that was in the river is now in the road. And everything that was out here on the streets is now in the river. The river became the city, and the city and the river become one.
Geography. Is it not geography? Is it geology? Something. The fucking weather with Brooke. How things work with Brooke.
There's boulders that got washed up, rocks just everywhere. I mean, y'all, I've got more footage, but I had time to post it.
And then they stole her socks.
Also, service is really horrible up here. Obviously, I wasn't even expecting to have service, so I'm grateful that I do have service because the memory on my phone from all of the footage that I'm getting, it's eating it up. But the shelters, I've already said this 1,000 times, but for those that haven't heard it, the shelters are at max capacity. Hotels that have been turned into facilities for people to live in, they're at max capacity. Signs outside that say no more room. And at this point, there's nowhere for people to go. There wasn't beforehand. It's even worse now. Swannanoa, North Carolina, looks...
She's nowhere near Swannanoa, by the way.
...to be, from what I've seen, the worst hit place.
She's seen on the internet. She didn't go there.
I mean... just streets full of nothing but mud. I mean, it looks like something out of a zombie apocalypse movie. It's just power lines down, freaking dirt, rubble, big old pieces of concrete, like the literal ground up and out and drop somewhere down the road. Cars overturned. Cars. I've seen cars all the way up to the windshield in mud. In mud. The whole car is submerged in mud. Cars overturned. You know, I've seen cars smoking. They've started to catch fire. I've seen the whole street when you're riding through Swannanoa.
Just picture, like, you know the movie Cars with Lightning McQueen just smoking a joint with the other cars. Cars smoking. Fucking everything's just gone to shit.
Oh, wait, you can't even see a foot in front of your hand because the dirt, it's starting to dry and people are riding on it and the whole city is just full of red smoke. And it's dirt. The businesses that were there, the businesses that still stand, they're inhabitable. They will have to be knocked down and rebuilt if insurance even fix that. If it's anything like Maui, that won't happen.
All the roads lead us there.
All of the businesses will have to be tore down, inhabitable, everything filled with water, and they're gonna deem it a loss. They're gonna, because of the water damage, it'll automatically be ruled inhabitable. There's people still stranded. When I got to Swannanoa, I noticed that they had a landing strip, a makeshift. It's outside of the Harley Davidson. There's a Harley Davidson shop that seemed to, it's up on a hill.
Harley Davidson.
So that's probably the only thing that saved it. It's right there on the right as you're driving into Swannanoa. And it looks like that Harley Davidson shop has allowed EMS workers, search and rescue. If FEMA is there, it would be there. I didn't see anybody that looks like FEMA. I have no doubt that Chris Well is on the operator of FEMA. I have no doubt that she's here and she's working behind the scenes. Don't get me twisted. Maybe I need to be clear in how I feel. I have no doubt that she is here and she is working behind the scenes. But what I am saying is that the American people, they deserve actual boots on the ground, handing them hot meals and water. At the very least, they deserve that. And I have not seen, nor has anyone else seen, that happen. When Joe Biden says, oh, I'm sending 1,000 troops, blah, 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 where they at? Where they at? I've seen thousands of first responders. You know what I ain't seen?
What?
Boots on the ground from the National Guard. I'm sick of the lies.
What?
If you're not going to send those boots.
I've seen thousands of first responders, but I haven't seen boots on the ground. What are the how are the first responders moving around? They don't have feet. They don't have fucking boots on. They don't have shoes. Can we define a fucking first responder? It's a person, right? It's a noun. Definitely a person, place, or a thing. Fucking Brooke.
Just don't say that you are. Why the lies? I mean, it's very obvious to me at this
They just fly over.
point that the people of Black
There's a wave.
Mountain, Swannanoa, and Asheville have taken care of this.
hurricane people.
But it has been their own community that has backed them.
Keep
It
finger
has not
guns
been
at
the
'em.
government.
Hey.
And it sure as hell has not been FEMA, you know? I wonder how much, I don't
Back to
have
the
service
future.
right now, but you know that we're going to be talking about this in the next weeks to come, on and off.
I want to watch
wonder
Back to
how
the
much-
Future too. I might do that today.
How many tax dollars come
watch a lot
from
of stuff.
these three, well, from Asheville, the Asheville area alone? I wonder how much these people pay in every year. The least that you could do is have places for them to sleep. The people that have been displaced, the people specifically, people that I've met are veterans, 109 of them that have now been displaced because their apartment building was completely destroyed. It was, you know, it's at the bottom of a hill. It's at the bottom of a hill. It's heartbreaking. It really makes me angry. The least they could have done is had somewhere for people to sleep, even if it was cots, even if it was blow up damn mattresses, something, a tent, anything would have been better than turning people away from the shelter and saying, sorry, we're at max capacity. We just don't have room for you. And then when you say, well, where do you want me to go? They say, we don't know. You can try this shelter. You can try that shelter. But best believe all of those shelters are full. At the very least, they should have had
Whoa!
damn sandwiches out here on a damn helicopter to drop off. I mean, and they have been, I watched them when I was in Swannanoa. I watched them. It looked like, I don't know for sure, it looked like they were dropping supplies into the mountains. They would go back to the
It's the wrong channel, Corrupted. You're on the... Of course it's the wrong channel. Look at all this stuff everywhere. I think... Did we remember Corrupted? Who was it? It was Corrupted and somebody else. I can't remember. That's the wrong channel. This is the Steve channel.
landing strip over by
Steezy starts with Steve or whatever.
the Harley Davidson shop. They would pick up something and then they would fly up top and they would circle the same area for a minute and then you would see them take off. It looked like they were taking supplies up to certain parts of the mountain to drop them, and I watched them do this several times in 3 or 4 different parts of the sky. So one can only assume that they are dropping supplies for people that need them, that are still stranded, parts of the mountains that have not been accessible for 6 days. I don't understand why they didn't plan better, but also from the residents that I've spoken to, every single resident that I spoke to said that they did not think that this was going to be as bad as it was. They said that it's never been affected like this by a hurricane. Yeah, they've had flooding. Yeah, they've had rain and wind. They've had trees go down and power go out. But they were not expecting that Category 4 to do Category 1 damage to the same. And it's probably worse than that, you guys, because of the flooding. I mean, this is millions, if not billions of dollars in damage. I mean, this city has been completely demolished. Both sides of the road. When you're driving through Swannanoa, it looks like something out of a zombie apocalypse movie. I understand why those movies look like that now. I understand where they got the whole scene from, visually. Because that's exactly what it looks like. I saw one woman walking down the road. She had been digging in rubble. I'd went to Walmart, and that parking lot is completely covered in feet of mud from where it flooded. There's a river right next to it, and one can only assume that when it flooded, honey, that whole area was underwater as well, because there's some parts that got 26 feet deep, which is wild. Now, down off of Tunnel Road, that got, I think, like 6 feet deep, but like certain parts. But most of this area, we're talking 4 or 5 feet of flood water. That's enough. 2 feet is enough to ruin things. But some parts in the most flooded areas got up to 26 feet of water. That's a lake, honey. That's the whole lake, you know? Like, one can only assume, though, in that Walmart area, when it started to flood by that lake, that Walmart was flooded as well. Then I noticed that there was, like, it looks to be a trailer or 5 that are now missing, some of which...
Trailer or 5? Like, I think that's I don't know, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And 1 or 5 trailers.
...which are on their sides, and there's all these cars turned over.
Or maybe it's just that
And I realized that there's this woman and a man out in the field looking for stuff. I thought they were just trying to cash in on all the damn stop signs that had blown down and stuff like that, because some people, they'll go those lights and they'll resell them online and stuff. So, and I saw that he had a light on the ground. It looked like almost like a train light. So anyways, I noticed this woman has a photo album, and that she is rummaging and it's soaked. You can see the mud on the outside of the photo album book. And I don't know if they were her pictures. I don't know if they were someone else's and she was just collecting them, because they're family mementos, stuff that you can't get back. Y'all. I think what pisses me off the most is that I have not seen, I've been all over this, I've been all over Asheville, I've been all over Swannanoa. I have not seen the media. Not one news truck. Not one. So let me get this right. The majority of these people affected in this area have been paying taxes for years. They put their ass off. They pay into a system. And when one natural disaster comes through and leaves them homeless and hungry, stranded with no answers, the government just turns their back on them. If it was not for the cross and local responders that and other responders that had come in from us, and I have no doubt that, you know, this is Miss Criswell that is organizing these things. I have no doubt. But at the same time, those boots on the ground. And why is there not FEMA DRC? Because there's supposed to be disaster relief centers all over this city right now. And if you call FEMA and ask them where they're at, they'll look for you. And they'll tell you there are none. And it might be called the disaster recovery centers. They're supposed to be, those are the boots on the ground. You find these boots on the ground in a DRC. They have set up no DRCs here. The Red Cross.
She's explaining what she believes boots on the ground is, or her interpretation of boots on the ground.
A&B Technical College, I think it's called Technology Technical Institute or whatever. That college, the Red Cross, brought victims and people over here and put them on cots. The shelters have people, but they're at max capacity. I've seen hotels that have been turned into temporary live-in facilities to house people, but they have signs outdoors that say no more room. I talked to a woman that works for the Red Cross who has not had a shower in 6 days. She's a volunteer for the Red Cross. They're not even, you know, the whole town. If you live here, there's no running water. There's no hot water. That's for damn sure. Even if you got running water, it ain't gonna be hot, baby, because no power. So this is, in my opinion, the worst disaster that has ever hit the Asheville area. And it is going to take Swannanoa years, decades to rebuild. I have tons of footage that I'm going to be posting when I find service, but it has been very spotty and very hard to film things. And tell me why a lot of my stuff has just disappeared. It's almost, and here's the thing. I had service the other day, things were fine. And then all of a sudden today, when I'm out in disaster areas, all of a sudden when I'm getting the footage, it just disappears. It's so weird.
What?
It's almost like somebody doesn't want me filming enough.
I don't think she knows how to like film on her iPhone that's not straight through the YouTube app. Like she's always saying this too. She's like, if I don't have connection, I can't film. Like you can just open the camera and film onto the phone. You don't need to fucking, like how she did with the, what do you call it? Her edited video that wasn't edited about her life that she put out. Remember? I'm assuming she did that straight onto the phone and then uploaded it after, else why was uploading it such an issue? She did it right into the app. So she does know how to do it. Maybe not back here? I don't know. Maybe she forgets. Her brain's like scrambled eggs.
I don't know. I just know that it's heartbreaking to talk to people and them be so confused and lost and not know what's going on. And then also, you know, I've talked to first responders when I
Like Zach begging his fucking ghost. The camera mysteriously turned off. This ghost must really not want us seeing him. Like, it's, what do you mean? I just said it, but the camera stopped working.
I first got here, asking them, where's FEMA? Where they at? Where's the DRCs? And they're like, we don't know. They haven't set them up yet. We haven't heard anything from that, blah, 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 blah. I had to cut this light off, you guys, before people find out my spot. Hey, Kat. I don't care. It's all lies. FEMA was approved days ago. Yeah, I know, that's the point. And they have not had boots on the ground. Now, whether or not they're working in behind the scenes, her name is Chriswell. She is the head. She is over FEMA. Apparently, Monday, Joe Biden said that he was going to send, hold on, I can put this one on. He said he was going to send, Monday he approved for them to come. And they're not here. We've been everywhere. I've talked to first responders. I've asked them where are they set up. I've talked to police officers. I've talked to firemen. I've talked to Duke Energy workers. They haven't seen them. And matter of fact, the only reason that search and rescue has been going on for the past 5-6 days is because there's been pilots that took their personal plane and flew out here to help.
I thought she was going to be like, because I got here and started exposing things.
I saw pictures on the internet this morning. We looked. Remember, we saw pictures, or actually it was yesterday. There was pictures of supposed FEMA responders handing out materials out of a cargo plane. I'm not saying those pictures are fake, but what I am saying is that when you ask responders where FEMA is set up, they don't know. They haven't seen them. When I say, have you seen the National Guard? They're like, no. But Joe Biden supposedly approved for him to send them. I'm like, yeah, that was Monday. It makes no sense whatsoever. And it's really scary to think about. What if it was, Carolina Beach down on the coast of Wilmington near Raleigh, and it hit all the way up to Raleigh and Cary and the damn Piedmont Triad area. Think about that. What if it was all of that area? People would be pissed. But because these people up here might, not all of them have it a little better. I won't deny that people do have money up here, but not all of them are in that situation. But just because things are kind of getting taken care of does not mean that things are good by any long stretch. By any long stretch. People are suffering here. The media is not even reporting on it, which is absolute crock of shit. WFMY News 2s should have been up here. WRXL, whatever it is, should have been up here. And they might be showing
Didn't she just show us the news, like on the radio that's covering it and everything?
y'all bit pieces.
And
But they're
praising
not telling
them?
you the stories of what's actually happening with the residents that lived here and have lived here their whole life that are now displaced. It's a lot worse, in my opinion, than anybody wants to admit at this time. I think that if it was not for the first responders that we had here and certain different agencies coming in from other states, I've seen local police officers from all over the place. And they have marked vehicles. It'll say, you know, it's Carolina, or I saw Louisiana. I saw some Louisiana first responders up here. Who else? Just other jurisdictions in North Carolina. But that I did see the Louisiana State Police out here, which is crazy. Hold on. Is that where... No, they are out of Washington. I'm trying to think about where FEMA, where that Criswell woman that's over FEMA, where she would be out of.
Maybe Criswell?
I've seen search and rescue operations at the Ingalls. Remember, we saw that last night. There was like dozens of them out there, and it was search and rescue for the area. So they're still searching and rescuing people. There's also a way to report people missing through the radio station 999, which I think is country. It's the country station in Asheville, 999. You can report your family missing through their radio station. You'll have to Google and find the number, but it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Interesting.
I'm getting tired. I'm about to get my ass to bed. I'm going to tell you that much. Tomorrow, I'm filming more interviews with civilians. I'm going to talk to people and see if they won't go on camera so that I can get actual people's stories. I've been kind of nervous to do that. See, because I want to pay people, that's why. Because I just feel like they deserve, you know, like if we're doing an interview, I just feel like you deserve to at the very least get paid for your time. So that's what's made me nervous.
I don't think the news like pays anyone for the interviews or anything.
At this point, with the ladies and all the men at the grocery store were telling me today, it was two little old ladies and some guy that was behind them. They didn't all know each other, but hearing those ladies talk about how they felt about the situation, and they have homes. So these ladies were not pleased with how things are being handled, and they have homes. There's tons of people that don't have. Those are the people I want to talk to.
So being homeless sucks. Being homeless during a hurricane really sucks, huh?
I do think that the first responders and the EMS workers and all of that are here, you know, that's included Brooke, the cops, the EMS, the, you know, the Red Cross, all of the volunteers for the energy companies that have come out with their bucket trucks to try to get the power going. Honestly, if it were not for all of those people, Asheville would have just went under. Like it would have been 10 times worse because there was no help coming. It was all of the volunteers that helped and saved Asheville, which is really sad when you think about it. Really, really sad. But I hope you guys have a good night. I'm about to get to bed. I'm exhausted. I hope that y'all are safe out there. We'll talk more about this tomorrow. I need to find service. Like, I need to find service bad so that I can post stuff. I did post one clip of Swannanoa, and you can see that.
The poll, is she gone for the day? This isn't Backlap. This is from October 2024.
It does not look good. There's so much area that I...
Is she live, though? Hold on. I don't... Typed her... Why did I put her thing down?
Couldn't get to. That is actually just when you first get into Swannanoa. There's some parts of Swannanoa you can't even access almost a week later still. So tomorrow we'll go and talk to people, and then I'm also going to work on getting more interviews done. And I hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe out there. I'm exhausted. I'm parked at a hospital. I walked in to ask if I could stay overnight, and he says, well, I'm a van lifer too, and this is where I park, but I can't give you permission to park there. I can just tell you where I park. I was like, okay, thanks. Ain't that sweet? But y'all stay safe out there, and please pray for the people in Western North Carolina, because it is a lot worse than what the media is telling you, and they need prayer. They need all the prayer that they can get, you know? And we'll talk soon. Love you guys.
Week or so with me before.
Tim Kennedy.
I don't know what you mean.
This place is very close to my heart.
Y'all, I'm so upset right now. First of all, I'm going to play this in a second, but I just want to say that I was right. So this guy right here, he flies planes, and he has been helping rescue people off the mountain. You remember that hypothetical situation that I talked about yesterday, where I said, oh my God, there's probably somebody's grandpa laying in their basement waiting to be rescued. It's probably been a week. Just wait. Just wait. Here's the truth about what's going on in Swannanoa.
Carolina. Tim Kennedy. Tim, this place is very close to my heart, and I can say the government, FEMA, and anybody to do with like bureaucracy is not helping Western North Carolina. It is private citizens and people like you carting supplies and running rescue missions in choppers.
This is what I've been trying to tell you guys.
The devastation that you have
Listen.
seen.
I can't describe it, and I second those sentiments. It's so frustrating. I'm going to try to keep it together, frankly.
Don't.
It was a long night last night.
Just.
You know,
Look at this.
Don't.
it's unfair.
What did I tell you? It
Save
looks
our
like a
lives.
bomb went
we,
off.
We shouldn't be having to do this. There were Operation Airdrop. There were dozens of helicopters, all private pilots, paying themselves or paying for the fuel themselves to get there and to fly. And we had guys that were taking skids and sticking them to the side of mountains. We checked on a 91-year-old man. He'd been there by himself for 5 days. His wife died last year.
Oh my
The
God.
one died a few months ago, and he was alone. He had no one.
Y'all, remember that story yesterday? I said, I bet there's some old man that's done fell in his basement. He's wet and cold. His wife probably died last year, and he probably thinks that somebody's coming to rescue him. Oh my God, I literally made up this hypothetical situation, and it's real.
Whoa.
Idea if he's ever going to see anyone. He had no idea if his neighbors were still alive. And that was the best case scenario. This should not.
Hold on, I'm trying to fix it,
Nah, court got moved to September 18th.
y'all.
But my heart is full to see Americans rise to the occasion like they always do. But it's not our responsibility to have to go and answer the call like this. Jumping out of helicopters
hungry.
as skids are just
It's
floating
fine.
off the ground. Save Our Allies has so many important
Hold on
relationships
1 second.
within the government
Listen.
that enable us to do these expeditionary missions. And we're so grateful for those partnerships that we're able and have the opportunity to do these. But it should be necessary. Where is the federal response and the plan and the incident command center that should be running all of this?
Yeah.
So Tim, I think this is the best of America, right? When people help their neighbors. If you're in a place of need without food or water.
Rescue missions in North Carolina, Western North Carolina.
I'm gonna play it one more time.
Tim Kennedy. Tim, this place is very close to my heart.
But is there as does every
Up in the mountains are now getting requests.
if people want to donate
I broke it.
Is it
There we go.
SaveOurAllies.com?
This is crazy. So I was right. All of the rescuing that has took place. Hold on, let me turn my camera on. All of the rescuing that has taken place has been private organizations, as I said. As you heard that man said, who is director of rescue. FEMA is now getting in the way. And matter of fact, they had a do not fly this afternoon, and they had to stop rescuing people off mountains so that the president could fly in. I was going to leave in the morning, but I'm going to go out and do interviews, and then I'm going to figure out what's going on, more of what's going on, because this is a lot worse than what I think people realize. I've seen it. Never seen anything like this, even out of a fucking movie. And I don't know. It just sucks. Good night, y'all. Y'all be safe tonight.
Oh shit. That's not what I meant to press. Oh my god. Okay. Pause this. That's all I can take. I gotta go eat something. I'll probably be back. I mean, I shall probably be doing something. Who is messaging me on this account? Interesting. Yeah, I'll probably be back. Probably. If Brooke's back, I'll be back. I'll probably just do something else if Brooke's not back. Like I'll come back and stream something else. We had to do Tony tonight too. I don't know. I just gotta eat something and feel more like a human, and then I can figure out what I'm doing with life. Yeah. See you guys later. Bye.